Hey friends, I am Catherine, and from what's on my desk right now, you might be able to recognize that I am partway through constructing a dice tray. The last one I did turned out all right, but I think I can do better. There have been a couple of suggestions and different ideas in order to improve it. The first thing is that I am using quilter's cotton rather than felt for my inside cloth. Felt will, after a while, pill up, and quilter's cotton should see less of that, hopefully. The second thing that I'm doing is I've replaced the chipboard that gives it the shape that it takes with some flat HDPE. That's a kind of plastic. It's the same plastic that milk jugs are made out of, and a lot of our food containers are made out of, and it also happens to be the same kind of plastic that kitty litter containers are made out of. I don't know if you can see this or tell what it is. It's a kitty litter container, and I just cut the flat side out of it, and I'm using that for this. Because recycling can be done at home. The problem with HDPE is that it is notorious for not sticking to things. The Loctite that I used, I just used a spray adhesive called Loctite. Seems to be holding it on fairly well, like that's definitely going to peel up. But once I've got it all together and I've pressed down the inner seams and the two layers of Loctite are touching each other, it should seal pretty well. If you're nervous about that, you can, of course, go ahead and sew down those inner bends as well. This one I'm also doing a little bit smaller than the last one. The last one was virtually the size of a piece of paper. This one's going to be smaller. Our inner square here is 4.5 inches by 4.5 inches, and each of our outside edges are 1 inch. So this is going to be, once all is said and done, about 7 inches across, and I'm doing it entirely square, so it'll be 7 inches and 7 inches, give or take. These bending edges here are not measured exactly. But the first thing that I do want to do in this case is fold over the fabric. But I don't want to fold it over that close. Oops. I want to leave a little bit of a lip. Well, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I don't. Maybe I just want to... I know that you can sew through HDPE. It's not particularly great for your machine, but you can do it. I think I'm going to leave just a little bit of lip here beyond that edge. There we go. And that will actually allow the Loctite to touch itself, so it'll stick down a little bit better. Let's just do that same thing all the way around the edges. Just leaving a little bit of an edge. Oh, what I did to sort of measure the spaces in between these two was just use 3 popsicle sticks, and I set them on and I lined the plastic up. It was very straightforward and simple, exactly the same way that I did it last time. I've also got glue just all over my hands right now. So I do recommend wearing a pair of gloves if you're interested in doing this and working with spray adhesive, because it will get just everywhere. Another suggestion that was made to me was to leave out these triangle corner pieces, which was a really awesome idea, and I tried it on one that I did not show you the making of. Sorry, oops. So I tried it, and it works. The corners end up a little flimsy. They don't hold the sides as upright if they haven't got a little bit of stiffness in those corners there. Like, it still works, but I think using the HDPE, which is a thinner material than the chipboard, I'll be able to get my snaps through. Hopefully. If not, I'll go back to making them without the corner pieces in them. But I've got all those edges folded over, and that's awesome. Now let's just take our spray adhesive and spray it all over our pleather backing. Just get it good and coated, hopefully. Whew. I don't trust the HDPE to stick to it if I don't, but that might do it. That could do it. Clean our nozzle. There we go. All right. That is all clean and ready for use next time. And then what I'm going to do is just take my tray and fold it over so that it sort of, kind of, hopefully, ends up toward the middle. And then press that down from the center outward. That should give me a fairly good base to be working out from. Perfect. Then I am going to take one of these popsicle sticks that I used earlier and just press down the center of each of those seams so that they seal really well, hopefully. Because I do not want that HDPE wandering around inside, and it, as we mentioned before, has a reputation for not sticking to things. And then I could do two things here. I could leave these edges raw and just trim them off at exactly the edge, but I think I want to go for a nicer sewn look. So I'm going to peel my edges back up and fold them in, hopefully. Let's just peel that edge up there, okay, and then fold them in where I can see a faint line where the fabric was touching, so like there-ish. And that's not where that was. There we go, like that, sort of. That is now too short. Okay, hopefully peel it back up. Try again. Maybe grab a marker and mark it off. Actually, I can do that with my popsicle stick. All right, and then lift it back up again, hopefully, sort of. And then bend everything over from the marks. And that might work better. We'll see. Then I can stick it back down and kind of stretch it to the edge because it's not quite good, but it's close enough. Oofed. There we go. One side. Just all other sides to go. There we go. Just put some marks. Peel up our edge. Somewhat like that. Bring that one over and that one over. Trying to make sure that I'm actually leaving enough space for it this time. And then lay it back down. All right, that's coming along. Next one, do the same thing. I should mark both sides and probably should mark along the middle too, quite honestly. And peel everything up gently and stickily. Go, something like that. And then fold everything back over so that it sticks down to itself. And then lay it back over. All right, that's working out. Good. Last side. All right, last one. Just mark all the way across. Peel it up. And I am going to sew these edges, right along this edge, down on my sewing machine. I'll try not to catch the HDPE, but I'm not too worried because it will set a seam through the plastic, so it'll be fine. But before I do that, I want to try to set my snaps through it, because in theory the snaps will go through the plastic and hold because it's thin enough. The chipboard was just too thick, but we're going to try it before we sew it down. That way if we need to pull out those plastic corners, we can. So let's see, this one I think we'll want to be blue snaps. So let's grab some blue snaps. And some backs. And then just try and see how this works. All right, so we're going to want it something like there. So let's see if I can't sort of press the hole with my punch. Oop, maybe too far. That's okay. Got the punch all the way in. That should do it. I just have to pull it out without stabbing myself. There we go. So far, so good. All right, let's put a post in the back of one side and see how it presses through. Hopefully. I might need a pair of pliers or something to force it through. We'll see how it goes. Let's just set that on there and see if we can't press it through, or turn it over and lay the pliers on either side of the post and press it through. All right, this might take some work because the plastic post does not want to press through the HDPE because the hole is just a little small in the HDPE, but we'll see how it goes. See if we can't insist on it settling down on. All right, that should do it. Let's grab one of these, set it over the top, and hopefully it will catch. All right, let's have a look. Is it caught? It is. Awesome. Okay. Well, I don't think I'm going to show you me struggling with the rest of these snaps, but that's done it. And that's set a snap in. And that's what I did today. If you liked it, definitely let me know. I'm always glad to hear from you. I put up new things most days. So if you have things that you would like to see, definitely let me know, because I'm also always on the lookout for new ideas. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Remember to subscribe. Bye!